As an athlete, you know you want to step off the field in that final game, being able to say you did everything that you could do. And Morgan Morrill has nothing to be ashamed of, because she did that every single time, whether it was in the training room, the weight room, the soccer field, or the classroom. Morgan Morrill will continue to work with us as an assistant coach, undergrad, whatever she wants, like Allie. We can't wait to get that started. Morgan Morrill. There you go, sit down. Thank you. This one's always a tough one for me. When you spend 3.5 years coaching these young women, you spend time recruiting them and getting to know them. You spend time, too much time it seems like sometimes, together. It's been a pleasure to watch you ladies grow. And I want to share with you guys what the mission statement of our program is for all these young women. The USC soccer program is committed to developing women who embody the qualities of the ideal Trojan: faithful, scholarly, skillful, courageous, and ambitious. Using honest and straightforward communication to guide our process in developing a culture of personal power. The individuals of the program are encouraged to take initiative to facilitate responsibility and accountability for the attitudes and behaviors of the program. Our preparation and our determination in competition will dictate the success of our program. These values and beliefs will serve as the foundation of our program and provide the necessary tools to engage and conquer the challenges of life. I hope we have lived up to our mission with you, young ladies. To complete 4 years at a Division I school like USC is a massive accomplishment. All these women were here with us for 4 years. Sandra was 5. The first senior I want to talk to you about is a young lady who came to us from New Jersey. This young lady has been a treat to coach. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I don't know what coach and what player do see eye to eye all the time. She played in 37 games for us this year, or I'm sorry, in her career. Started 27 games for us, had 1 career goal, and what a doozy of a goal it was. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a 40-yard bomb against Santa Clara that won the game for us. 1 career assist, 3 total career points. But before we bring Chelsea up here, we are going to ask one of your teammates to speak about you. Who do you think it is, Chelsea? Good guess. Miss Elizabeth A.
Okay, I have my phone up here because I just wrote it out real quick. Not texting you anything. Okay. Don't text. Got you, Chelsea. Okay, so even though I've only played with Chelsea for the past 2 years, it's been quite a ride. The first story I heard of Chelsea, as we all came for our freshman year, was that Chelsea is the one who, as the team's crossing the street, a car speeds up, skids to a stop right before it hits a couple girls, and she jumps right on the car, starts banging on the hood, screaming at them, telling them how inappropriate that was, and her teammates were kind enough to drag her off the street very quickly and say, "That's not appropriate here in LA. Maybe in Jersey Shores, but not here." So she doesn't do that anymore as far as I know. And at that point, just hearing that story, I was a little bit scared and had a whole lot of respect for her, so definitely the respect stayed and I'm not so much scared anymore. And off to the second memory of Chelsea. So this past season, we were in Washington about to play them, and this is before our pregame talk. We're hanging out in our room because we were roommates, and Chelsea comes up with this brilliant idea to wear pigtails. So we both put our hair in pigtails and we're like joking around in our room, like taking pictures, like goofing off in front of the mirror. And then we go downstairs for like the pregame talk and we're wearing pigtails and everyone just dies laughing. Oh, that's so funny, like sweet idea, like kind of like lightened up the mood a little bit. So we do that, and then it turns out that Chelsea doesn't have to wear hers the rest of the season, and I have to wear mine every single year in honor of the seniors in Chelsea. And after that, not only does Chelsea have great ideas, she also has this incredible ability to persevere through somebody that's gone through so many trials, especially this past season, that I've ever seen. And I have so much respect for you, Chelsea, and it's such an honor to play with you. And I really hope you and hopefully one of these someday. That's it.
Thank you everyone for all your support. I'm so blessed to be part of the program. I love my team.
Hang out. This next senior had the pleasure of watching Megan Holmes play for 1 year. I thought I'd seen it all from Megan Holmes as far as a player throwing her body around to block shots and just get in the way of things. In Claire's 4 years here, I can't remember how many times she had to peel herself off the floor from sacrificing her body to block a shot, to get in the way of an attacker that was going to outrun her and just get leveled. But Claire always would peel herself up the exact same way every time, coming up, using her hands, looking around, taking a nice deep breath and seeing who did that to her. Claire and I have always had some very interesting conversations together. Good, bad, indifferent, but we always walked away with nothing but respect for each other's work and each other's efforts. She played in 64 games for us. She started 55 games, had 2 career goals, 2 career assists, 6 total career points, Pac-12 Academic Award in 2010 and 2011. Claire played many positions for us this year, from center back to center midfield to center forward. Not once did she complain. Every time we asked her to play a new position, she did her best. And Claire, I can't thank you enough for doing that for us this year. Ms. Harrison would like to come up and say a few words about Claire.
To be honest, as a freshman, I was really scared of Claire. She had the whole mature, older girl thing going on, but more than anything, she was just so intense, and I just felt like I should really keep my distance. So I actually can remember like specific incidents when I avoided her on purpose, but because I was really into self-preservation as a freshman, as I'm sure a lot of our other freshmen are. But as I got older and more comfortable on the team, I started to get to know Claire, and I got to see some deeper glimpses of her character. Ali likes to say that Claire's a good soldier, and I would have to agree, because I think I've seen her sit out of practice once the entire time I played with her due to injury. And I know that she's been hurt countless other times, and that she chooses to play through the pain. On the field, we all know that Claire throws her body around like a rag doll. Regardless of the susceptibility to injury, Claire will do anything for her team. And I've also seen her in her weaknesses, in the moments when she's let her guard down in front of the team, when she's like really showed her heart to all of us. And that's when I've discovered that Claire would sacrifice a lot, maybe everything that she has for our team. So maybe Claire isn't into the touchy-feely stuff, and she probably won't surprise us with candy in our lockers anytime soon. But I count myself blessed to have played with her. I've learned a lot about passion and sacrifice by playing with Claire, and I pick that over candy any day.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
When we're on the road, you guys are always talking, and when you get a chance to talk, you pass. I'm up here talking. Our next senior. Did you travel the furthest to come to us? Yeah.
Chelsea makes it different,
Chelsea makes it up? Okay.
but you can see Russia.
Since we all know we're talking about you now, Carly. Alaska. Everybody knows you as Alaska. If you put Carly's name into YouTube, you will see one of the greatest goals ever scored in a college game. We call her Rocket Foot too. She hit a rocket from what, 40 yards out that hit the crossbar, and the poor keeper looked up to see it, hit the crossbar, hit her face, and went into the goal. You need to take a look at it if you've never seen it. Probably one of the best goals I've ever seen. Carly. Your dad said I should be happy that you're done here. So that's your dad. I've enjoyed coaching you, Carly. I've enjoyed getting to know you. I've enjoyed pushing you and challenging you. Carly played in 83 games for us. She started in 55 matches, had 7 career goals, 8 career assists, and 22 career points. Carly worked her butt off this year. I think she touched every blade of grass in every game that she played. A couple of times this year when I looked at her, and you can see the head starting to bobble side to side, and she would need a sub, and she'd look to the bench, and I would tell the staff, ignore her. She's going to finish the game. Carly, it's been a treat to be your coach. It's been a treat to spend as much time together. I know you're going to do really well in life. It's been a pleasure to call you coach, young lady. And young Lindsay Brown would like to come up and say a few words about you. Lindsay?